everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name's Zenji and today we're going to be playing Timberborn. Currently we're in episode 36 in our Oasis project playthrough. And hey, hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining in yet again. As you can see, we're in cycle 49 day 3. And hey, would you look at that? Things are going quite well. Water is up. Food is slightly down, so we've got to make sure we adjust that accordingly. And then of course, we do have our third monument up, which is the tribute of ingenuity. And the next one is going to be over here, which is obviously going to be the Earth Repopulator. And I think once that's done, our playthrough will end, and then we'll maybe start another one, or we'll do something else entirely, but we'll see. Alrighty, so the wall, second wall is also being built. We have a whole lot of gravity batteries that are also coming into place, and as you can see, the priority list, this one is taking precedent, and then the others will follow suit. And then we have the wind tunnel, which has just been built. Of course, there's no power connection just yet. You would think there is, considering it's connected to this, but no cigar. Maybe all these will connect to it eventually. So we're requiring a lot of metal blocks in order to get this up and running. And this is our robot factory. So a whole bunch of robots will be over there. And I guess these are all set to super high. So it's almost there. And this control tower here too. So we pretty much need probably like 100 metal blocks, I would say. And as you can see, we don't have much. So before we start to run out of food on a major level, I'm going to make sure that our mushrooms are running. So we're getting mushrooms. Or supposedly going to be getting mushrooms. Look at food, food factory, corn. Okay, so hydroponic garden grows mushrooms. And what do you do with said mushrooms? You turn them into fermented mushrooms. Alright, fermented mushrooms require electricity, of course. When do they ever not? Anything not require electricity. We can build a few here. Where else would be a good spot? Rotate. It's not easy finding a bit of electricity available. It's not easy, but it's always worth it. Okay, this could work. Alright, I think I have a plan. We'll go that. We'll set these up. Go to food. Fermenters. And then yeah, I guess that's just 2 for now. We might have to destroy some trees. Of course, we'll set these up for high priority. Actually, need power, so they have to be touching. Oh, crap. Well, that's bound to happen at some point. Maybe it's a good thing, who knows. Let's see. So fermenter. I think we'll just do this. Okay. And we'll do that. Set all of these to high. Sure that will be built soon. And yeah, we'll pretty much take our mushrooms that we're growing and convert them into food. So we've been doing quite well with regarding food for a very long time, but now we're on the decline. That's mainly due to the amount of droughts we continually having and bad water tides and little mistakes here and there. So we've got to be very careful not to overdo it. Of course, we have a whole bunch of corn seedlings running. Actually, might want to also add in another farmhouse over here and try and plant some new crops. So we've canola, we've got corn. We don't have eggplants. I think we'll try that. I mean, we'll have the workers for it, so it'll be good. And then I guess we can also destroy all this. Make some nice farmland. These are 3 high, so we'll have to go with landscaping. We'll do a bit of demolition. Of course, that will all require a bit of ingenuity, so we'll have to do something like this, and then that. Okay, that's all taken care of. So when that's all done, we'll be able to, of course, extend our farming capacity, which would be quite nice. And we'll put a bunch of 2s on there. Set that up. And then I would like to also add some water plants. So if we go to plant trees and bushes, it should be under mangroves. Mangroves, we should be able to do all of that. So it's quite a nice little piece of land. So let's see how that goes. I think it's a forester that actually has control of the mangroves. It is indeed. So we'll set up a mangrove forester somewhere. Seems like we might have to do a little bit of a step program down here for that to work. Or we just make another one. We have lots of roles to fulfill, so why not? But let's fill these gaps. So any eggplant options available, we shall take it. Of course, how do you process eggplants? We'll have to figure that out. It seems like it's the food factory. So we'll have to set a food factory. Corn. And able to get required materials. Okay, so we don't have any corn. So technically we could do eggplants there. Does increase our food variety, which is quite nice. Of course, a whole bunch of corn is 2 days away. So this is a 25-day drought, so not great. We're quite good with water. So not terrible. Water is not overflowing anywhere, so it is staying in the grooves, which is fantastic. We did lose some though, so I think what we'll do in future is just make sure that these are always closed. Yeah, that's for another time, I guess. All the gravity batteries have been depleted already, so that is a problem. Alright, so here's a bot part factory. So there's 3 bot requirements, which is going to be chassis, limbs, and heads. So we'll set one to Chassis, one will be limbs, and I'm assuming we'll need to do a third one. So let's get some scaffolding. These are 3 high. No, 2 high. And then we'll set one more, which will be under science. And what are these called? Art factory. So we'll set 2 up, and then this will just be limbs, and then I guess the last one could be whatever. And then I think we'll take out these. We don't need those. We'll set these up for high priority 2. Right, so all that's done. A lot of metal blocks are required. And we have some extra beavers available, so we're going to put them in the large power wheel. And there is a plan for some bad water discharge here to keep this going. So that is another big plan of ours. So we'll just high prioritize everything. Everything is super high priority. Once this is done, we should be able to, I think, control the flow in a great way. Maybe... I'm actually thinking, how do we do this? We actually don't want these. We just want stilts or platforms. And that way we can just control the flow completely, and it'll move quite fast because it's narrow. And then we just need to find a way up here. Okay, so we shall do this. And then a single platform. Like so. Alright, that gets us to the top. Okay, and a whole bunch of single platforms. A road connecting all these, and then we're gonna be blocking this off, and we require levees. So what's gonna happen is that obviously once we've built these bad water discharge caps, all the water is going to basically flow through here. I mean, we might as well just block this off too then, I would think. And that way we can just control the flow completely. But let's see how that all works. Of course, we'll do the priority thing. Why not? The beavers will build what they can. We just need to find a way up there. Otherwise, it is for naught. Right, that is one big plan. We have all of these, so these are being built too. And those are being built. Have some more. More dynamite being placed here in our big extra storage area. And the food is dropping quite a lot. And then I think we had a couple of fermenters. No, these aren't being so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Definitely having a power shortage does not help us. And it looks like we're going to have to build some lakeside properties. And yeah, let's pause a couple of these beaver pods. Alright, so we're still good on water. It's going well there. we have the bot control. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Is it using science? It is. Okay. Finally, something uses science. 3 science per hour. Guess 30, 60 times 12, I don't know, 72 science a day. I mean, it adds up. Yeah, so we basically have to run this for 7 hours a day to equalize that, but 29k, jeez, it's going to take forever to utilize that. But check this out. We have our own little bad water discharge cap. So this is our own bad water pump, and let's test it out. So we're going to open that. And now we'll see how this all works. This water still has to be, I guess, dry out, or it'll get replaced with the cleaner version. This is what's pretty much going to happen. Control the flow forever and ever. And it gets to a point where it starts to overflow. It hits there, and that overflows. So that is our constantly discharged water. And it won't ever overflow. I'm looking at the levels. I mean, it's getting close. Seems to be fine though. I say that and it's rising quite steadily. Shoot. Then it goes down again, so I don't know. What am I saying? Yeah. Yeah, seems like we can just leave that open now. But hey, yeah, we've controlled the flow, which is quite nice. And of course, over time, this will all be dissipated through extended flow of good water here. So that will be diluted and be quite nice. Alright, and all this is underway too. So of course, lots going on, lots of projects, mini projects. This is all still underway. Smelters are not running at the best efficiency levels. Pretty much just because it is a drought. Right, we're going to let some water flow in, fill up these gullies. Cool. Things are proceeding. 96 beavers at the moment. We're kind of staying on par with water consumption and generation. And we're almost finished with this large tank. It's just metal. I mean, it's such a pain in the butt, but that's what it is. Now we do have some grease factories running, so this building isn't connected to any district by paths because we cannot get this tree out because there's no path. So how do we do that? Well, I would say let's do something here. That's annoying. Is there a way to do this? Not really. Alright, well, I think we'll just have to ignore it for now. I'm going to be making grease. And the grease is going to sit in these little vats. We might need to make a bigger one. which could go here if we needed it. Looking at storage, medium tank. Yeah, I think we can go 2. And then we'll go to pathways. And this will be our grease storage. So one of these is pretty much like 10 of these. And the volume of space is, I don't know, 2.5 times the size. So it's definitely worth getting medium tanks. Anyway, that's all that being built. Lots of metal blocks required. We do have this wind tunnel. Should make our beavers quite happy. Yeah, cue Mission Impossible music. Alrighty, so only 14 days left. Otherwise, all these gravity batteries are looking quite good. It's just taking a little while. And it seems like we're just stuck on power generation at the moment. So we have a lot of gears, treated planks. Planks are going out. But unfortunately, there's just not enough power storage. Although we do have enough logs, we can possibly supply some more engines. That could be a quicker way of doing this, I guess. Just gotta find a way to connect it all. I guess over here might not be a bad idea. It's unfortunate that we cannot do this with gravity batteries. It's just there's not enough. Yeah. Well, you know what that means. More high priority touch. But good news, the grease factories are running. So this is good for us. I'm not seeing them work yet, maybe because there's no power. And we'll extract. And it's getting made there. It does take a while there. Oh, and I did notice that we have a setting we have to fix quickly. I think it's an audio setting. Keyboard UI volume. We're gonna reduce this. I'm so sorry, guys. I've kept it at 100% for so long. So I'm gonna remove that. Of course, we don't want to hurt anyone's ears. So apologies for that. Okay. Alright, so we have 11 vacancies at the moment, so of course we have lots of work cut out for us. We're just trying to fix our food production at the moment. We have corn and eggplants and mushrooms. So technically, once they've... Oh, there we go. These are done. We'll select mushrooms. Okay, that's going to help us quite a bit. And then we have some eggplants. So we'll set one of these to eggplant rations. So we have one corn, one eggplant, and I guess the other is algae. And you can make algae in here. So we'll do that, right? And then once the algae is done, we'll have one of each. Would be good for variety. Don't know about the food consumption rates, but yeah, it's definitely dropping, guys. That's why we pause these two advanced breeding pods. It's just a bit much. Yeah, we need to obviously find a way to yeah, have some more farmlands. I guess we could build walls here, and then we can stabilize this whole region. It becomes a nice big farm. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It does restrict our flow a bit, but I don't have a problem with more stuff. There. Right, okay, so first things first, we'll obviously need to set up the levees. Do show. Also have lots and lots of wood, so this is not a problem. Then what we'll do is we'll connect all the sort of pathways. And then of course we'll do the same on this side. So we go landscaping, around. And because these are closer, they're actually getting a bit higher priority than our other buildings. I mean, that makes sense to the point. Alright, of course, that we will do a bit of farmland building. Perhaps like right in the center here. Something like that. Farmhouse. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, and then we need stairs here. So what this will do is allow us to have more farming area. I guess we could do this side too. Should be quite nice. Okay, delete all that. This might seem a bit over the top, but yeah, I'm just gonna secure our food situation. So anyway, we can do that. I'm pretty much game. Alright, so lots to do there. So we'll set that to high priority. Looks like we've run out of water. Okay, only 8.5 days, not terrible amount. But we should be more prepared and focused on the drought itself. So we might lose some crops here. It's fine. We'll have a solution very, very shortly. But hey, as you can see, the food is rising. So the berries are like staple food, right? And everything else is getting used up. So the fermented mushrooms, corn rations, and algae rations. I guess the next two things we can get is soybeans and... So we'll do cassavas and soybeans in our next farm, which will be here. So if we plant cassavas, maybe say that. We'll do like that. And then soybeans, and I think we pretty much cover every plant type, crop type. There we go. And then over here, I mean, what other food could we really grow? Kohlrabi, perhaps. Might be too much for one farm, so we might have to put a second one in. I'll do 2 and then go to food, farmhouse. And then we'll have to do some pathing. I'll do pathing each side. It might seem an overkill, but why not? The more ways the roads are connected, the better. Alright, so that would be quite nice. Yeah, we're going to lose some corn. That's unfortunate. It is what it is. Does look like we are making some robotic parts there. Our first bot limb is arrived. Chassis is also on its way. We do have another fermenter available, so we could do auctions. What is the storage berries? Do we have a berry collector over here? Gathering flag? Play on you. Lumberjack flag. We don't really need that. Alright, so we should be fine food-wise till the drought ends, and then obviously water's good there. As you can see, lots of things are being built. Priority-wise, of course, everything is set to high. So we love to do it. This is also all set to high. So this is a fail-safe system when the drought hits, because our gravity batteries are not working. I mean, we have 8 gravity batteries, and they're just not lasting. So it will help to have all that, I guess, but it's not a permanent fixture. These bad water discharges are actually overpowered. So having 2 in one little spot like that is actually going to be perfect for us. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on that. So we might have to switch priorities for these. So this other mega dam structure is not really important, I'd say, for now. So we'll just switch all of this. I gotta get the right angle here. Why don't you? There we go. Gotcha. And I guess we can keep those there. These, yeah, I guess we can just let them slowly build those out. These dynamites are coming in nicely. We'll wait for that to be finished, of course. Our farmland there will expand. But yeah, having more of this is paramount, so we will expand this as much as we can all the time. Might have some trouble getting all of these, so I'll have to build a little bit of a I guess system here. So a little downward that way. You can obviously attend all these building spots. Okay, so only 4 days left. Not too terrible. Power-wise, if we click on our any shaft, you'll see your demand versus input versus output. And yeah, it's not good. I guess we could turn this bot thing off. We've used about 1,000 science. So I guess it does add up after a while. Of course, we could always do more of these wheels. Almost 300 output per, so if we had the numbers, maybe. Would prefer doing it through engines. Of course, more metal blocks required. I mean, I have full smelters running. Of course, they're not running very efficiently right now, but hopefully when the drought ends, we'll be able to push our production higher and faster, and then hopefully get this water wheel automated. Would be nice. I mean, we've got the wood, right? So we've got the gears, just like planks. Let's try and reduce our priorities building wise. I mean, we don't need all this is, yeah. It's not set to high, but they've done it anyway. I mean, look, it's not a bad idea to finish all this off, I would say. Food priority. It's very important. We've been on the losing end for food for a long time, so having that secure is very important for us. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to have all this secured, to have a section running like this. And then we can fill this up. Open it up as like a mini reservoir. There we go. Now this section is completed. Most likely we'll need to connect this just seems more efficient that way. Of course, it is easy just to keep adding things, but it can backfire. We are getting dangerously close to turmoil with water and food. So we'll have to push it after this drought, probably most likely in the next episode. Let's see. Otherwise, these buildings need water. That's fine. Beaver's injured. 12 injured beavers. Why are you injured? We have hospitals. Maybe I just need more. Any open vacant spot, I guess. Because these aren't too high prioritize. So another 4 should reduce those. Constructions lack materials, 1300. Well, yeah. It's a lot of metal blocks, guys. I can't help that. You can see you can just click on millions of them and yeah. The spot assembler, unconnected building. What? Unconnected building. It says it's not connected. But there's a road. I don't get that. Has it been disconnected? Hold on. Wait a minute. There you go. Oh, that's why they couldn't get food. Holy shit. Well, there goes all our berries, guys. Good news. Water's coming. Breeding hostage. What shall we do? Oh, here comes the water flow. Thank goodness. We were struggling. But hey, 50 cycles later, we're still alive. Remember, this is a very hard playthrough, guys. It's not easy. And of course, you know, we like it hard. You know, we want to experience the pain. You know, no pain, no gain. But let's see. The water's flowing again. Terrific. It's all clean. So no bots yet. I guess we're still waiting on a few things. We've got some limbs. We've got a couple limbs. That's it. Which is not great. So it will take some time. I think we could pause a couple of these guys. It seems like we're all full up. Free up some workers. Let's focus on getting water storage. Oh. I use the pause there momentarily. Protect myself from myself. Make sure this is up and running. Close that off. It's almost sealed. Unfortunately, that did get covered there. And a bit of this did get covered. I think we could pause this grease factory. We're not really making any. We canola oil. So where's a canola oil thingy? I'm pretty sure I saw it for food. Coffee. Oil press. Where's the oil press? I'm pretty sure I made one. Don't tell me I didn't make it yet. I have not made it. That's embarrassing. Luckily, does it require power? Of course it does. I guess it will just be added onto more of our structures. Of course, this is a food item. We'll do that. Yes, please. Alright, so 2 of those. I think we're just building over the river. This one become one massive industrial zone. Looks quite cool though. But hey, the water's flowing and look at that. It's all clean and beautiful there. Food is very scarce, so we are gonna... what shall we do? I think we go berries over trees. What shall we do? What shall we do? I guess we could remove these trees. We'll switch our canola. Fortunately, food-wise, we need. I think we'll go with like kohlrabi. Jeez, we went from 0 to 0. Not good. Let's see how this goes. we'll have to get some more storage. What does Kohlrabi look like? Canvasas, mangrove, Kohlrabi. Do Kohlrabi there too. Because this is high priority. What was these buildings? We need the numbers. Let's take a look and see what we can fix here. I guess that can just be paused for now. Alright guys, I think we're going to leave it there for today. It was a bit of a rough episode. We're in trouble, so we're going to figure this out. Hopefully stick around for a little while longer. But hey, hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for joining in yet again. Really do appreciate it. And of course, if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Cheers.